Thank you. So page 3, we're going to take a few more notes. With this too, we talked about unit rates and ratios. We're going to expand a little bit on this today to help us out. And I want you to write down everything that I write down. And to help it out a little bit, I wrote it down beforehand so you could read the handwriting better. Sometimes my handwriting's not the most perfect. So rate of speed is a common thing that you're going to deal with in life, and you need to have a good understanding of it. So in our problems that we're going to talk about, they might talk about a rate of speed. Now, the most common one that you're probably familiar with is miles per hour, okay? So write down in your book miles per hour. Why should you copy down everything I write down? Because I said so. It's not probably a good enough reason. I can tell you to do other things. Because in about a week or so, we're going to take a test over lessons 1 through 6, and it's going to be a while since you've seen this. If you have something to look at to review, it will help you on the test. Okay? So write down what I write down. Now, I color-coded it. You probably can't color-code it unless you have a highlighter and want to do that, but that's fine. Just watch here. So we have miles per hour. Now, we can turn that into, what do you call this? A fraction, or starts with an R. Ratio, very good. So this is like a fraction, right? Same thing, fraction ratio. Okay? And we have miles. Instead of per, what did I put in here?
A line.
A line. What does that line mean? Divided by. Very good. So we're going to do miles divided by however many hours it took us. Okay? Now, here's the deal. In general, you would do distance divided by time. Okay? In general, whatever distance you're talking about, it could be like kilometers. I forgot to do it. Kilometers divided by like days. Kilometers per day. Back in the old days, when they're going in their wagons across the United States here in the West, they would be lucky to go like 3 miles a day. That's a rate of speed. 3 miles. Oh, now we can do kilometers, whatever distance measured there. We could also talk about like this, feet per second. Okay? Those are other rates of speed. What are we most familiar with? Miles per hour. Okay? As you get older, you'll be more familiar with that. Okay, now to help out, what we're going to do, we're going to use our hands. Okay, everybody follow along. People at home watch the video, good luck. Maybe talk to somebody that's here. A distance, it could be miles, could be feet, could be yards, could be kilometers, whatever. Do this with your hands. We're going to do distance divided by time. Okay, point to your watch. Again, do it. Distance divided by time. Now, why do I have you do that with your hands? When you get to the test, I might flip around the numbers. They might not be in order like this. And if you remember, it's always distance divided by time. And notice how I'm like doing it from the top going to the bottom. Yeah. Okay? It's distance divided by time. Always. Distance is in the numerator, time is in the denominator. And that's like 99% of the time. There might be some different situations where they flip it around, but we understand a distance divided by time. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Let's do it again one more time with our hands. Everybody. Ready? Distance divided by, point to your watch, time. Okay? Very good. If you remember that on the test, you're going to make fewer mistakes. Now, another type of rate that we're going to utilize is dealing with cost of items. When we're looking for the best buy of items. So when we're dealing with cost of something or finding the best buy, we're going to think this. It's always how many dollars per whatever items we're getting. Could be several items. Could be $12 for 4 pounds of whatever. Could be $30 for 20 masks. Okay? Now, when I'm comparing, if I'm at Target and I see a sale price, and I'm at Walmart and I see a sale price, I want to know which one's the better deal, right? What we're going to do is find that unit price. And just like up here, we're going to divide it out. So you write this too. Dollars divided by whatever items you get. Okay? So write down that ratio. Dollars divided by several items. But we want to know how much it is for one item. We want to know how far we go in one time period, in 1 hour. Okay? And then again, this is kind of a long way of thinking of it. Dollars divided by whatever you get. What am I getting for the money that I'm spending? Okay? And this could be like dollars per ounce. It could be dollars per, like, car wash. Sometimes they have a deal. $30 will get you 6 car washes. Okay? So how much what do I have to spend? $30 divided by how many car washes do I get? 6. How much is it for one car wash? You buy them individually, they're like $7 maybe. Okay? So you get a little deal when you buy in bulk. Now this one, the hands, very similar. But in this case, we're going to make a dollar sign with our hand in the numerator. So everybody, make the best dollar sign you can. I just do one line here, but I do 2 lines when I write now. So dollar sign divided by, we're going to do what you get in the denominator. Okay? Again, on this one, I might switch up the things. You got to remember, I always take my dollars divided by whatever I get. Okay? Everybody do it with your hands one more time. Dollar sign in the numerator divided by what you get. Okay. Does that make sense? When you get to the test next week, whenever the test is, and you see a problem like this where we're looking for the best buy, you do that every single time. And you'll get the right answer, hopefully, every single time. Does that make sense? Yeah. And again, both of these, we want to figure out how long it takes for 1 hour, how much it costs for one car wash, right? If I go 87 miles in 8 hours, all right, how fast am I going? Well, I don't know. You take your miles divided by how long it took you. That gives you a better understanding of what's going on. All right, now the last thing you're going to write on this page is what I just was referring to. When you divide the rate out, when we take dollars divided by what we got, when we took our distance divided by time, we get what is called a unit rate. And now the book doesn't label the unit rate, but I like to label the unit rate. Is it dollars per pound? Is it dollars per car wash? Is it feet per second? All right, so we understand what we're talking about. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Does everybody have that written down? Again, when you divide it out, and you use your calculator, I don't expect you to do long division. You know how to do that. You're going to do things similar to that later on with other types of problems, that long division process. But right now, use your calculator. That's perfect. Okay? Anybody need more time to write it down?
How am I going to
Very carefully.
like
Maybe tape it. If something gets ripped out of your book, you can tape it back in. All right, now we're going to skip a few pages here. Go down to page 9. Page 9 should look like this. Page 9. You might circle it, make it jump out. Your homework is going to be 1 through 7. Okay? 1 through 7 problems with some pieces to the problems too. For number 1, you might write over here A, right transfer. You're going to use a calculator for this. I want you to label it. All right? Use calculator, label those. They don't always give you space. Now, they changed the format of the book, which I like. A lot of things they did. But one thing that they did do that I wish they did was to give you space between here. Look at the bottom of the page. There's open space. On the back of the page, it's empty space. They should have spaced these problems out over the 2 pages so you had some room in between. If you don't have enough room to put your answer or do your work, you might do it down here on the back of this page. Does that make sense? But you need to have 1 through 7 done. If you're questioning, oh, I don't know how to do this one, go back and look at the homework helper, look at what we did in class in the previous lesson part of it, and hopefully you have a better idea of what to do. Okay? So what's your homework from the book? Page 9, very good. 1 through 7. And